What's up, everybody? So today we are back in the garage doing a project that I'm not necessarily looking forward to doing. My truck just threw a check engine light for cylinder 7 Misfire. I'm hoping it's just something quick and simple we can get and fix. As you guys know, with the truck having DOD, that is kind of a worrisome check engine light to get. So I'm really hoping it's just something simple as a coil pack, a spark plug wire, a spark plug itself, which we'll find out here. Let's take you guys out to the truck now. I'll hook up my scan tool so you guys can see the code that it threw, and then we'll go through and we'll do some little diagnostic stuff here. We'll probably swap coil packs, swap plug wires, and swap out plugs or just pull plugs and see what kind of condition they are in. I did go through and pick up some new plugs and wires, hoping that is the issue, but let's go ahead, take you guys out to the truck now, and see if we can figure this out. So we're gonna go ahead, swap out our coil packs and our wires just with cylinder 7, which is this one all the way in the back, with cylinder 1, which is all the way in the front. So plugs, or I guess wires and coil packs will get swapped out, see if that changes our issue. Oh, I'll drop my coil pack. Swap that one out, so 7 with 1. Okay. Put number 1 back where number 7 was. So let's try this again, see if it switches. Okay, so we just swapped over the coil pack and plugs. I can still feel it idling like crap. You guys can kind of see the RPM gauge. Maybe. See if it dances around here a little bit, but it's pretty shaky, as you can see there. So our check engine light will more than likely come back on here. Yep, there's the traction light just kicked on, and then next up should be the check engine light here in just a second. There it is. Misfire detected. All right, let's shut her down. Well, that didn't fix our issue. So next up, we've got wires and plugs. I'm gonna replace number 7 plug and just see if that fixes our issue. Once we take that out, we'll see what kind of condition it's in. I'm assuming it's pretty fouled. Okay, so as for the new plugs, we got these here, OEM Chevy. There's a part number for you guys. So like I said, we'll swap out number 7, see how that goes. Got my socket here for the spark plugs. As you guys can see here, it is a 5/8 socket, so let's see how this goes. All right, just pulled number 7 out. That looks terrible. Focus on this thing. Come on, come on. Yeah, that's pretty bad. There's like oil and everything else on there. Backside's all corroded looking. Definitely due for some new plugs. So you can see the old one there versus the new one. These are already gapped, so they're good to go. But yeah, the old plugs are quite nasty. Let's throw this in and see if this one fixes our issue. Then we'll go through and replace the rest of the plugs. Coil packs are back on, spark plug wires are on, and then we got the new plug in the back. Let's see if that fixes our cylinder 7 Misfire. And like I said, if that fixes it, we'll go through and replace every plug on this one, as well as the wires, since we got all new ones. And then hopefully, like I said, that fixes our problem. Okay, let's fire up here. Oh, already smooth. So far so good, no weird vibrations or nothing. I didn't clear the codes or nothing. But yeah, I think replacing the spark plug there was a problem. I don't know if you guys can see here. The truck only has 72,000 miles on it, so I'm sure it's more than due for a spark plug change. So I guess that fixed our issue. You guys saw we replaced the number 7 plug, and that seemed to solve the problem. As you guys saw there, the truck only has like 72,000 miles on it. We definitely probably were due for plugs. As you guys can clearly see, that that one was pretty fouled out. So I think the next thing we're gonna do is just go through, replace all the plugs and wires, and get this thing back into tip-top shape, because having this thing down, definitely not a good time. Did not like it when it was kind of having that rough idle, and obviously the check engine light with the Misfire. So like I said, next up, let's go ahead and just replace all the wires and all the plugs. Just to double check on these ones, they're supposed to be at 0.040, so you guys can see here it's already pre-gapped, so these plugs from the dealer, good to go. So now that we got the spark plugs replaced, let's go ahead and replace these wires. So you can see here, it's just the wire itself. So we have to take these old little heat shields off of the old wires, transfer them over to these ones, and then go and plug these in. It does come with a little bit of dielectric grease, so we're gonna put some inside there just to make sure we have a nice clean connection. So let's go ahead and swap those over. We got those 4 in here on the driver's side. Move over now to the passenger side. So hopefully you guys can see here, we just got the passenger side plugs and wires replaced on this one. Kind of a little bit tight to see there. But yeah, you've got your AC stuff in the way, you got your heater core hoses there, and it's just kind of a lot more of a cluster on the passenger side than it is the driver's side. But yeah, they are all installed now. So I guess let's go ahead and fire this thing up and make sure we have no check engine lights or misfires. All right, let's see here. Oh yeah, fire right up. Sweet, no weird vibrations or nothing. You can see our RPM and everything. Seems to be doing good. We'll let it kind of idle down here a little bit. It's been off for quite a while now. Sweet, so you can see there, idle came down now. Everything looks good. No check engine lights, no weird RPM gauge going up and down or nothing. So we are, I'd say we're good. I'm glad it ended up being our issue on the truck, just being a quick, simple fix as far as spark plugs and wires. Obviously, like you guys saw there, number 7 was the culprit. Had some weird arcing and stuff going on there. It's kind of built up on the backside. So getting that replaced seems to have fixed our issue, no longer having that check engine light. So now the truck is good and back on the road. So we are good there. I know that number 7 cylinder can be kind of a worrisome check engine light, just for the fact of it having the DOD and active fuel management. You have some other stuff going on there, which you don't want to see that happen. So at some point, I would love to delete the active fuel management on that truck, but right now, I don't necessarily have the space or the time to necessarily take on another project like that. So maybe at some point, we will go through and do that. But for now, we got the truck fixed, back on the road, no more codes. Simple fix, like I said, and it was due for it at the service for it being 70,000 miles. So we are all taken care of and good to go. So hope you guys like this video, and if it helped you out, make sure you give a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you.